Is it possible that you're in denial about your limiting beliefs and you have no idea that you actually are talking? Welcome to my channel. My name is Michelle Corbett, and I am the owner of The Best Part, which is a life coaching company directed for women. Here on my channel, we talk about taking personal accountability in your life, changing your mindset from negative to positive. We discuss changing habits and trying new things, and getting comfortable with being uncomfortable, all from the Christian perspective. Chances are your mind is swimming in negative beliefs. You just haven't realized it because you're so used to it. You have desensitized yourself to the point of it becoming numb and normal, and it's not healthy. So let's talk about why you might be in denial. You might be in denial of your negative self-talk and limiting beliefs if sarcasm rules your tongue. That's right, sarcasm. Sarcasm is one of those things that we fly off the cusp with. It's not necessarily something that is beneficial to you. It's humorous, and a lot of times people think that it's funny and people feel like it gets them relationships and rapport, but that's not exactly the type of rapport and relationships that you want to have. So if sarcasm is really ruling your day, stop and think about why that is and what you're saying, and if it's actually what you believe, even if on the forefront of it, you're saying, oh, it's just a joke. Instead, speak about possibility. I understand that humor is a way of coping with things, and don't get me wrong, I have been known to be sarcastic every once in a while. However, when it comes to what you want to do and it comes to your goals and your dreams and aspirations, sarcasm is not doing you any favors. The second reason that you might be in denial about your limiting beliefs and negative self-talk is if you make self-deprecating jokes that aren't actually just jokes. Now, this is similar to sarcasm, but it's a little bit different. And the reason is because it's so easy to come off the cusp and say things like, that'll be the day, or I'll believe it when I see it, or even simply, yeah, right. If you find yourself saying those things when it comes to your dreams and aspirations and your goals in life, that's not just humor. That's not just coping. That's actually you setting yourself up for failure. You might not think that's what you actually believe, but that is what you're actually telling yourself. And so at the very least, it's what your mind is hearing and what your mind is receiving. So think about that the next time that you start to say, that'll be the day, when you're going after something that you really want in life. Replace that bad habit by speaking well about yourself and your abilities. And of course, laugh at yourself. We all make mistakes. We all do silly things that we think, oh, why did I do that? That's totally different. Keep the two in mind next time you are heading towards your goal. Another reason you might be in denial about your limiting beliefs and negative self-talk is if self-doubt has a garden in your mind with an apartment. Okay? Now listen to me and hear me out. Self-doubt is one of those things that we all have at some point in time, but it doesn't have to rule your day. However, if it has rooted deeply into your mind, getting rid of it is extremely difficult. Not impossible, but difficult. So pay attention to what you're telling yourself. Self-doubt is a weed destroying your garden, and pull those weeds out and throw them out. Instead, water that soil with positive statements about yourself and your abilities. Another reason you might be in denial about your limiting beliefs and negative self-talk without even realizing it is if fear is the norm. Now, fear is normal. It's natural. Our brain gravitates to fear out of a way of protection. However, if you are living in fear, you are letting fear permeate your everyday life, that is not normal, especially when it comes to taking care of daily tasks or taking care of goals. I hear a lot of times nowadays people will say, I don't want to adult, I can't adult, I don't want to get on the phone, or that they have a fear of any type of social communication. They don't want to do simple tasks. I don't know if it's social media or what it is. I really don't think social media is the only factor, but I do think that we have a fear naturally that we are letting overrun us and giving it excuses. Fear really is telling us that there are things that we don't know about a situation before we are stepping into that situation. There are ways around fear. Don't let it stop you. Instead, let it instruct you and teach you. Go after the thing, even if you're scared. Another reason you might be in denial about your limiting beliefs and negative self-talk is if procrastination rules your day. Yep, procrastination is a big one for limiting beliefs and negative self-talk. You might not be going after that thing and you think you're not going after it because there are a million other things that you'd rather be doing. That's not actually true. Let me tell you something else. Inaction is the thief of joy. Get up and do the thing. If it's a big task and it seems insurmountable, ask yourself why that is. There's probably more going on underneath the surface than you really realize because you're not taking a second to dig into these situations and circumstances. Now, if any of this resonates with any of you, you've got to check out my program, The Ultimate Mindset Reset. In that program, we discuss what is exactly going on in your brain that's making you not want to accomplish any of the goals that you have. It's very important that you don't let limiting beliefs and negative self-talk rule your world. Look into my programs. I've got several different programs that I have available. One is a self-awareness and clarity package. One is a fast track to on track. And another is the ultimate mindset reset. Check out any of those packages. If you have any questions or comments, shoot them down below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Again, my name is Michelle Corbett. I'm the owner of The Best Part.